Today, working on a 2006 Toyota Rav4, 2006 model. It has a airbag light on. Now these systems have a two-stage airbag system. That's why you see there's two connectors, two-stage system. This airbag here. Now when putting the airbag safely away, we put it this side facing down. So just in case something were to happen, the airbag, this part will come, wouldn't inflict as much damage as this part here. Now, I'm not too sure if this is one of the Takata airbag system, because we know how safe Takata is. They have been exploding in people's face for quite some time. If you look on the seatbelt should tell you if it's Takata or not. And it's not Takata. As you can see, it's a 2006. So what we're going to do is remove the steering wheel assembly and do some testing from the other end of the clock spring up to the airbag system to ensure that the clock spring is fully functional. Then we'll do a resistance test on the airbag. What I have to do is make sure that the steering wheel, make sure that the wheel is straight. And then I put some marks on the top of the plastic with a Sharpie, just as reference. Then you put a mark on the nut here, and you put a corresponding mark here. So when you go to line the steering wheel back up, everything lines up. Now when removing these steering wheels, after you loosen the nut, do not take the nut right off and try to pull the steering wheel, because you're going to get a rude surprise. Leave the nut in, you loosen it, you loosen it a bit, you leave the nut in, then you pull on the steering wheel on both ends. Okay. Now, what I did some checks to get some resistance readings or continuity from these pins, these connectors here. Remove this plug and check for voltages between these pairs. So this pair and this pair, and we're getting somewhere around 9 volts. So it means we are getting signal from the SRS system ECU. Right, so what we can do is we can open these plugs and check for voltages up here. Now remember I told you about the two-stage system, right? Now if we go in here, put the ground here, put positive here, and check, we have 9.25 volts, right? So if we go in here and here and we check, we have 9.17 volts. Now let's check from this connector here. Now it's difficult for me to do that because I only have two hands and I have no assistant. But take it from me, when I open the connector and I check for voltages inside here, this connector there's no voltage. This connector we have voltage. So it means that this side of the circuit is bad. So the clock spring or the spiral or whatever you call it, this side is defective. So remember, you don't change parts just because of a code. You confirm what the customer say, you go in and you do your checks to make sure that everything is okay. These clock springs right here are those that has the steering angle sensor incorporated. So that gray connector here, that's for the steering angle sensor. That single connector here, that's for the horn. And this connector here is for the two-stage airbag system. What I like to do is after I remove it, see those two arrows there? You line them up, then I put a piece of tape to keep it in place. The tape didn't work, so I had to improvise. I use a clamp. I find these at Ace, not sponsored. So what you look for is inside here. Right, so you have two pairs. Each pair is for a stage in the airbag system. So now each one of these will correspond with one of these. So then you do continuity testing from one wire. You find it one wire. You go on until you see some sort of anomaly, some difference in the connector or in